Hello and welcome to Horticulture. One of the questions I get asked a lot is, can you go away please? No, it's not. It's about pruning. In today's episode we're going to take a look at bad pruning and good pruning. Okay, well here we are by a rose bush. Now, see if you can spot anything. Okay, did you see it? Okay, well for those of you who don't know what you're looking for, here we have a bit of pruning. Now there is a leaf, there is the leaf bud here, and this has been left. Now, I know I said bad pruning, but that's an example of really bad pruning. So, that's the trouble with working in a place where there's other gardeners. It's okay if there are other professional gardeners, but when they're obviously amateurs, because pruning is one of the basic things that you need to learn or know. Okay, so what you do is you slope the cut towards the leaf or the bud that you've cut down to. So in this case, this is the leaf. And you leave a few millimeters. So there you are, sloping towards it, and cut. Now, because I'm showing you, that's not the cleanest of cuts. Because I was going to say, and I was doing it left-handed, but I was going to say that you need to make sure. You need to make sure your secateurs are sharp. So if I hold the camera in my other hand, so we'll do this one, and right up into there, and there we go. See, now that is pretty much a perfect cut. And here you can see the reason you're doing it is because there'll be a shoot come out from where the bud is. So now I'm going to have to miss that, but oops. There we go. And I'll do that one as well. And some of them are okay, but most of them I wouldn't put my name on them. Some things it doesn't matter, like for example this buddleia here. It doesn't matter because that's going to be cut down even further. This has just been cut to take the buds off. I mean, admittedly, I wouldn't do that. I'd take that down as far as I could reach because it just looks better. But one of the problems with having too long a stem is basically it will die back. And very often, I mean, that is, I can't get over how long that is. And so when you get dieback, you get the chance of disease entering the plant. So for a rose like this, it may be that it's going to be cut back a little bit more, in which case it doesn't matter too much. But on the other hand, how long does it take for disease to get in? We're not in control of the weather, although there are people who think they can be. But in terms of control of the weather for plants, we're not. And one of the greatest risks to plants through disease is weather, and how that makes it more likely that disease is around. So it's beneficial always round. It makes the garden look better, plus it reduces the risk of disease going into the plant. Now, one of the problems people have is not knowing what to take off. Now, the rule of thumb for roses is basically you take back to the next leaf that has 5 leaves. So you go from the flower head down. Now if it doesn't have that, which very commonly they don't, take it back to the next 3-leaf bud, or just take it down to the next available bud. Now in something like this, there can be a bit of a problem, because if we have a look at this one here, now if you see, now we have flower heads here coming, branch out. I mean, that's what flower heads on roses tend to do. They branch out. So what I do, and I kind of use pruning as an excuse to have a cutback as well. Now the idea of deadheading is to create more flowers. That's the idea. So here, what I would do is I take back past that join, because you can't cut to there because it just leaves it untidy and horrible. So I take it back to there, or the next outward facing bud is the rule. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, so this one, there's the flower bracts are coming off here. I think bracts is the right word. And so you're either going to take it back to there, which will mean that it will be coming back this way, or down to this one, which means the bud will be facing out. So I'm going to take it down to there, and also it will lower the height of the bush. So that's what I'm going to do. In case you think that it's a trick and I'm trying to tease you into doing something you shouldn't, there's where we're going to cut it, and there we go, it's cut. And this one here, and there it is. And that's how you prune a complicated bush like this. Because I know in a lot of manuals, or when you watch a program on the television, for example, like any kind of garden design, they basically start with a blank place, and in reality that never happens. Always the bush is overgrown, or you know. So yeah, so that's basically pruning. And the finished product, and the finished result is a bush that looks like that. Now this is quite an untidy one anyway, but can you see the red leaves appearing there? That's on new growth, so I was able to cut a lot back that way. And new buds. Okay, so there you go. There's an example of bad pruning and good pruning. Remember, sharp, good quality secateurs. That's probably one of a number of pruning tutorials, so stay tuned for others. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later. Ta-da.